Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today's video is sponsored by, a survey I ran a couple weeks ago on YouTube and Instagram. And in that survey I asked, which lens would you like to see me use in my next street photography video? Your choices were the Viltrox 23mm f1.4, the Fujinon XF 33mm f1.4, the Fujinon XF 50mm f2.0, and last but not least, the Sigma 18 to 50mm f2.8. And the survey said, y'all wanted to see a video with the 50mm. Well, I wanted to do a video with the 33, so that's what I did. I took the 33mm f1.4 out, and so now I owe you a video about using the 50mm f2.0, which will be coming up before too very long. So I was hoping you were going to go for this one. So anyway, I owe you a video. Stay tuned in the future. One of the reasons I wanted to use this lens is it's becoming quickly one of my favorite prime lenses. And I wanted to see if it's my favorite prime lens for street photography, and I think it is. I really like the field of view that 33mm on an APS-C provides. It's pretty close to about a 50mm on a full frame camera, so I like that field of view. I like this lens in particular because it's relatively small and light, especially for an f1.4 lens. The autofocus is incredibly fast, really quiet, and very, very accurate. Plus, it's a lot smaller than the lens I usually use, which is the 16 to 80mm f4.0 from Fujifilm. Well, I like this lens for its versatility. It is a bigger presence on camera. As you can see, it's got a bigger front element, so it's more noticed when I have this on my camera than when I have this. So I prefer to be an observer in street photography rather than getting noticed that I'm walking around with a camera in my hand. So it's another one of the reasons I really like the 33mm f1.4. For the day, that was the only lens I took with, except I took one more because I always have a just-in-case lens. And for me, my just-in-case lens is the Fujifilm XF 70 to 300mm f4 to 5.6. Construction is mostly winding down in the current phase in downtown Bellevue, so there's not as much stuff that's far away I want to get to. But there's still a little bit going on, and I'm glad I brought it with because there were one instance of a worker up on the top floor, probably about 30th, 40th floor of a building. I was just kind of hanging out, and I grabbed a photo with the 70 to 300 at 300mm. And then just for fun, I was curious, okay, what does it look like at 70mm? And then lastly, what does it look like at 33mm with the lens I was using for the day? So it's nice to have this small, compact, relatively small and compact, and very versatile lens with me. Just in those cases, I need to reach out to a photo that's farther away. I did also use it on another photo where I couldn't really get close to the person I wanted to photograph because it would have, again, spoiled the scene. So I used this, I think, at about 70 or 80mm to get just a little bit closer and made a photo of that. So most of the photos you're going to see in the video coming up were made with this lens and the 33mm, that is. And let's just talk a little bit about the day. It started out sunny and then quickly, as it does in the springtime around here, turned into a cloudy day. So one of the things I find that is a great skill to have in street photography is being flexible. You kind of have to be because you never know what you're going to find. And secondly, you never know what, at least around here, what the weather's going to do. So you have to adjust to the light. It started off very dramatic, contrasty light, and then again, it went to the cloudy, low contrast light. So I had to look for different things. So as I was doing that and looking for different subjects, I was struggling a little bit, trying to find some interesting things to photograph. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I can experiment a little bit. So what I started to do was do some intentional camera movement with a longer exposure shutter speeds of around 1/10th to 1/13th of a second. Did some photos with that. Also did some handheld or resting on a surface with longer exposure to that to get some light trails on the buses driving by and just some motion. Practice panning, all these things. It was a neat experiment and something I want to do some more of. So I'll be doing some more experimenting with some maybe different techniques down the way. And again, I still want to get out in the evening time to do some photos in the city. That's also on my list of things to do. So coming up next are the slideshow of photos with some POV video from the day. Hope you enjoy those. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please leave those in the comment area down below. And a reminder, tune in again in the near future when I will do a street photography video, as you requested, about the 50mm f2.0. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for filling out the survey. I really appreciate it. I'm not ignoring you. I just had a little different agenda this time. So anyway, here comes the slideshow. I'll see you again in a future video. So until then, I hope you stay safe, stay well, and enjoy these photos. Bye for now.